LLC with gunmetal crystal edge technology screens. Have my stand on another stand because I was doing a demonstration on a concrete wall. We had someone ask us, can you coat over a concrete wall with our products? What haven't we coat over with this stuff? We've coated over just about everything we could possibly think of. But anyway, also too, being in a forum site, I'm in a couple forum sites, and one of the questions that always comes up every single time is people who basically are trying to figure out better ways on how to get the most out of their projector, and they'll lean toward a gray screen. And they'll say, well, what's the difference between this gray screen and that gray screen? And a lot of these people are just going to Home Depot and Lowe's. I've been at Home Depot and Lowe's quite a few times, and I've seen people that are buying gray paint just basically for a screen. That's what they'll ask for. What are you using this for? I'm using it for a projection screen. So pretty much the gray screen paint altogether is going to be gone. And the reason why, because you have this is called the tones. The tones are, and I explained this to you before, there are so many different versions of tones, it is not even funny on how many versions. And on top of that, instead of you paying someone to mix black and gray paint together, they can do it for you. Now, what you're going to have to do in order to beat this is you're going to have to show that your product can overcome one of these screen paints or house paints up in the day. We call ours black versus black. We've had ours since 7s. You can go back and check our log. We've been back since 7s on these because it comes up when you're developing black screens. First thing someone says is, hey, can I use a black fabric? Can I use a black film? Can I use a black paint? I've been on site a few times and I've had someone literally ask me this right on site. You have to be able to back this up. If you can't back this up, then guess what's going to happen? You will go out of business. Because if you happen to match one of these, you're definitely going out of business. Because no one will touch you with a 10-foot pole if you match a house paint. Why would I spend $60, $80, $90, $100 for a product that I know I can walk into one of these stores and do it myself? Why? How dumb would you have to be at the end of the day to not see that? So again, we all have common sense. So when a product is tested, it shows the difference of why that product is what it is and how it can back up what it's designed to do, because tests are important. So like I said, I see this all the time. Every time I go into Home Depot or Lowe's, I'm in the paint department, we're picking up something, I'm working in here, and I'll hear somebody say, hey, I need some gray paint. And just quite type of gray paint they're describing, because I do this for a living, I know exactly what they're talking about from the door. So this is one of the paints we purchased. I actually did a demonstration on the PPG multi-purpose gray paint that I purchased from Home Depot. This product right here is extremely cheap. 5 gallons of this is like $60. So let me explain to you a little bit about the history, because I've been around with gray paints far before any of the other people who claims they were here. I was here longer. That's why we have more YouTube demonstrations, and we've been here longer. Anyway, so bottom line is, when I started off, there were no tones. They didn't even exist. You had one gray paint, and that was primer, and it was dark. It was dark. And at that time, people weren't leaning toward the dark paints. They were leaning more to the gray paints, the kind of light gray paints. That's what they were looking for. Because they wanted to maintain the white levels and colors and all that stuff. But you weren't really getting all that at all, period. But anyway, that's what we thought. So, I'm trying to adjust my stand here a little better. So anyway, usually when most people were experimenting with paints at that particular time, they were putting a little less black, some people more, and then people started coming out with these really interesting tones. It's kind of like they developed the tones before Home Depot and Benjamin Moore came up with the tones, because they were there first. Technically, that's actually kind of true, because everybody was making gray paint at the time and still trying to compete with Goose Screen, which was the #1 paint when it comes to projection screen paint at that particular time. Okay, so anyway, you couldn't go into a Home Depot or Lowe's, you couldn't pick out a tone. Didn't exist. You can get Metallica paints, you can get that, whether it be Martha Stewart's collection, Metallica collection, or later on it was PPG, which when Martha Stewart lost her contract, that's when PPG popped in. How we know about all this? Because again, I was developing great paints and I was making a lot of it, I was selling a lot of it, and if I walked into a Home Depot, I had to make sure they had enough on supply in order to meet my customers' demand so I can continue to make money. So whatever they had that was going on, I had to know what was going on, what was coming in, and what was going out. All right, so later on, these tones started popping up, because now you can go in and you can get pretty much any tone of gray you could possibly think of. Gray house paint. Gray house paint. You can get exterior, exterior. Let's see. But if we go with patterns, network gray 235 has a really good one. Let's go look that one up. As a matter of fact, we're on Home Depot anyway. Yeah, we're right here. We just go into freaking whatchamacallit. There we go. Just pop over in here in this menu. Boom. There we go. Bring them all up from here. There we go. So with this, it makes it much more interesting. Now, at the time, like I said, I developed black technology, so this wouldn't concern me because I don't care about this section because, again, we don't make this stuff anymore. But when I bought the network grade 773, I had no idea when I popped that top that tone was going to be that perfect. Mind you, we make black gray screen paints forever. So I'm an expert in that field. So when I popped that top and go, what the freak? Yeah, it was a perfect tone, which means it had the capability of not matching one screen paint, but multiple screen paints at one can. And that's what we found out downstairs in the basement. We're not going to mention the name of the fellow because he's not in business anymore. But as I said before, it matched 3 of his screens. That's scary. That's extremely scary. And I sat there and said on camera, I said, I'm so glad I don't make gray paint anymore because this would put me out of business. So it's not just one person, it's anyone. Anyone who makes a gray screen paint product, this is your personal nightmare right here. Because the customer will no longer need to buy from you. He or her or whatever could go in here and buy one of these products that will be far lesser than yours at a gallon compared to your quarts, and they can go out and they could paint to their heart desire. Now, why does it terrify me? Because we're black technology. This doesn't even sit in there. We're not even in the area of this. This doesn't, no, it doesn't at all, period. So what about somebody going out and getting black paint and saying, well, Bird, they can go out and buy black paint too. I'm not kind of worried about that because we have something called a black versus black test. This is why you got to plan for the future, people. You got to always plan for the future because you never know what kind of stuff is going to pop up that can put a monkey wrench into your engine. So you have to make sure that your products are tested. This is why I scream on camera over and over again, test, 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 because that keeps you from getting trashed in the process. So this is our website here. This is our marketplace. Go by here. Boom, boom, boom. Spaceman flying through space. Scroll down at the bottom and boom. Guess what you see right here? These are called black versus black tests. We got dozens of them. I mean, dozens of them. This is nothing compared to what we have. If you go to my YouTube channel and you type in black versus black, you will see so many tests pop up. We got them at 1,000 lumens, ultra short dose fabric, black. Oh, I forgot about that nightmare too. Yeah, for you gray screen paint makers, fabric. Fabric will match your product. Any gray bed sheet can do the exact same thing your product can do. Anyone. But as I said before, the films, there's also gray films and stuff like that. These are the kind of tests you're going to have. And then these tests are brutal because, again, you're going to have to come on and do this live on camera and don't match. If you match anything on live, that means you just imploded your entire business. It's gone. Just like that. That fast, that quick. It's gone. And the question will come up. Even if you avoid it, and I see people avoiding it. People on forum sites that I've been on who make gray screen paint products, avoiding these tests. You can't avoid something. It's going to pop up. Somebody, somewhere, whatever happens, someone's going to match your stuff to something, and it's not going to go well for you. Now, for us on the other end, again, we got tons of tests. What do you think when you're sitting there and your notifications are going off like crazy and you're seeing this thing going test, 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 test? That's us. Testing the crap out of our stuff. So we know that if we ever get into a situation like a forum site that I've been a couple of times and someone has said out of their mouth, hey, I could do the same thing with black paint. Oh, can you? Okay, here you go. I just sent them an onslaught of demonstrations, just basically just crush your browser on showing you how many tests and how much man hours we put in on our products. Matter of fact, we have the most man hours. If you look at it, we have a lot of man hours put in. But these are tests that are posted directly to the marketplace. How many screen paint companies, mom and pop, small, whatever, have these tests already posted to the site so you can see the difference of comparison? How many? The number is none. We're actually the only ones who have them. Versus fabric, oh, that's a doozy right there. Well, not a doozy for us, because like I said, we've done the tests. Fabric is very important because you got black fabric. Literally, you can buy black curtains and blackout cloth and whatever. Yeah, we've done this. At one point, we used to give away free black surfaces for with our screen paints. And literally, this is the reason why the test had to be done. Because again, what if the customer gets the fabric and goes, well, why am I buying the money for the paint? I just keep the fabric and send back the paint. See, you got to get in the mind of the customer. That's why these tests are important. You have to get them done. If you avoid these nightmares will pop up on you. Paint on your screen. Oh, this is a real nightmare for you. If you're making screen paints, you're going to have to make your own version of gray paint and put it against your own screen. I did it right here. I did black paint instead because we do black technology. We did 4 different versions of black paint. Now, mind you, we did this years ago. Why do you think I gave people permission not how to make our product, but give them permission to make the product? You know why? We did it already ourselves. Because you got to get in the mind of a troll. You got to get in the mind of a customer at the end of the day. What would a customer do? If we had that particular customer, and everybody has those particular customers that decide that they want to, I wonder if I can make this myself. How would that go for us? What would the scenario come down to? So we did it ourselves to our own self and did it live so everybody could see it. Now, how many great products are you seeing right now? People doing that right now? None. You know why? Because their product's not tested, number one. And they know if they fail on camera, it's not going to go well. It's like taking a test. Like, I told you the whole theory about this substitute teacher. It's a test that day. And you're praying, like, let it snow. Let us get a substitute teacher, something that I don't have to go in and take this test because I didn't study for it. And you go into class and there's a substitute teacher. But then you got that person sitting at the front of the desk that goes, excuse me, we got a test today. And guess what you're doing? You're taking a test. You're not even prepared for it. They're not prepared for the test. That's what it is. That's the reason why they can't do the test. They're not prepared for it. But this, as customers, this is what you need to see. You see these tests here at the bottom? These 3 tests right here. You know what this is? That's a TV technology sitting there. That stuff has a black on black test on it before we even pushed it into a TV style setting. It was designed to be something called the demised, which was designed to be some kind of front and rear technology for window applications. That's what it was actually engineered for, but it was converted now for TV technology. Guess what else is going to sit up there with a black on black test sitting there? You know what this is? This is the can for the new cans we have. I'm going to bring this back a little bit more. I'll show you a little more. Right? These are the new cans we have now and designs we have for the new technology coming out with our Alpha Cinemax. Guess what that's going to have underneath of it? Black versus black tests. They all have to go through it, regardless. Whatever we make has to go through these tests. One of the things I find interesting about tests and people not doing proper tests, they will test it under one product, and if that fails, they won't touch the rest of them because they're scared if the rest of them fall in the same line, they're going to lose everything. You have to test every single product under the same test. I have literally done so many tests and sit in front of a projector and go, slow color change out, snow white screensavers, contrast levels. I've done it over and over again on different caliber projectors. But anyway, getting back to this gray versus gray tone. Yeah, these, if you don't have those tests to back it up, you're going to have a lot of trouble. And you can't just do one test. You have to have dozens and dozens of tests onto your products. Because what's going to happen is someone's going to say, okay, gray screen. Well, can you do a gray versus 1,000 lumen projector? Can you show me the difference between that and ultra short throw? Can you show me the difference between that and venue projector and Pico projectors, well-lit environment, lights out? So many tests have to be run. Oh, I forgot. If your stuff is designed for outside applications, you have to do that too also. So this is why our products sell, because we can back our products. As a matter of fact, those picture demonstrations, the ones you kept seeing popping up, the picture slideshows, well, the reason why there's so many of them, because they're being designed for the shopping carts. We're testing them out. Instead of putting one picture in, I want to put in multiple slideshows because I complain on camera all the time. We don't have enough pictures to put in for our images. And it bugs me because there's so much we want to show you, but we can't. So we have to drop in tons of videos on the website. So what better way? Let's do a slideshow with multiple picture streams and put it in for each one. That means we can put massive amount of pictures and informations for every shopping cart. There's a reason why you were seeing those picture slideshows. They were being tested to see if that application would work on YouTube, and it did. Yeah, another way of loading videos up on YouTube. We just figured that out like a couple of days ago. Like, this is possible? Like, yeah, you can actually do this. So YouTube used to have a slideshow that allowed you to put your, they don't do that anymore. They don't have that, it's gone. But we figured out a way how to convert it into the video format and then load it up on YouTube to display it, which means we can load that video onto the shopping cart. As long as they're under a certain amount of minutes, we can get the load on there easily. So instead of you coming and seeing one picture, you see a whole museum of pictures bouncing back and forth. Is that cool or what? See, always working on the future. Always working on the future. Do things better and differently. I would love to see more pictures when I look for projectors, when I look for items. I want to see more pictures. I want to see more information. What am I buying? You know, you need to see all this stuff. So that's why we want to put more information in for you guys. So right now, we've got videos loaded up in there for you guys to watch. But let's get back to these tones. So, as I told you before, tones are just paint is cheap. This right here, it's the same color as bare silver screen. Laudio nut. Exact same color. And for any person at the end of the day wants to sit there and say, well, Mr. Burr, you don't know what you're talking about. You don't know how to match. Oh, I do. As a matter of fact, I'm the one who started the network grade 773. It would be us. We started it. And I'm also the one who basically popped that top and told you on camera before anyone tested it and said, this is not going to be good. This is not going to go well. He's going to have to really work hard to beat this thing. And he couldn't beat it. He didn't listen, and he couldn't beat it, and it overpowered its product. It matched on every single level. Yeah. So let's see. How much money am I paying for this stuff? This stuff is actually pretty cheap. Let me see. If I want 5 gallons, if I want 5 gallons of this product, it's going to cost me 60 bucks. Oh, come on, really? With the advertising? Like, seriously? 60 bucks. That's it. For 5 gallons is $60. It costs $60 for a quart of paint. For some of these people that are selling screen paint products, your products sell at $60.98. That's $60 for 5 gallons. Now, for anybody who sit there and say, well, Mr. Bird, your stuff sells for like $400 and $500. Yeah, because my stuff can knock out a $5,000 screen. That's why. When you show me that your product can knock out gunmetal technology, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000. As a matter of fact, I can knock out any form of certified screen, which we proved that. We had everything from DMP Supernova Elite screens. We had Cinema Grade 5D, 3D. We had all of them, everything, stacks and stacks of certified screens. You can knock out thousands and thousands of dollars of certifieds, and you can do that on just about every projector, any kind of environment, and still produce. Yeah, then you can charge that much for your product. As a matter of fact, we can actually charge much more for the product because what it's designed to do. Outside demonstrations, where do I begin on that? I'm not bragging at the end of the day. It'd be bragging if I didn't have the proof, but we got more demonstrations than anyone outside. Show me anybody right now, anybody, Yardmaster by Elite Screens, any company right now that's matching one of our screens outside. At the caliber on how cheap we're using projectors. Our projectors are crap. They're old, outdated projectors. They're crap. And we still get them to run better than people who had $3,000, $4,000, $1,800 projectors at the end of the day. Which tells our customers that they don't have to spend a lot of money. But anyway, 60 bucks. If I wanted a gallon of this, I wanted it matted, I want it in 1 gallon. What's 1 gallon going to cost me of this product? 1 gallon is going to cost me $14. $14.98. If you go out and spend $14.98 for some black paint, my product would crush it with no problem whatsoever. Show a massive difference between night and day, even at 1,000 lumens, even in a max out zone, even against a white surface laying against it. We can beat that on a color level with no problem. Demonstrations are right there. Go to my channel on YouTube, look it up. It's right there. It's in the archives. $14.98. Now, from people say, well, the gray screen is not, it's outdated. It's outdated. If you were to go into any forum site right now, let's say we pick the gunmetal forum sites, because they got forum sites for special people have those gunmetal screens. They have their like a forum site for them. You're going to spend a couple thousands of dollars for these screens. Of course, they got their own site in there. But anyway, you go into their forum site and they ask you, okay, I'm going to ask you a question. I got money to spend. I got money to burn at the end of the day. I can spend $20,000 on the screen. I can spend $50,000 on a projector. You tell me why that gray screen over there changed my mind, why I shouldn't go out and spend a $5,000 screen versus your gray screen. Tell me why. Can you pick up a heavier contrast level than a black diamond? No, you can't. Can you maintain the white levels at a black? No, you can't. They got that reflective coating. It's pretty crazy. What about color levels? You ain't getting that. If you can't pick up a darker form of shade of gray, you're definitely not going to match that thing when it comes to its color level. So that's not going to happen. So you can't show me any difference. If I put this thing in a fully lit environment, oh, it's going to produce a better image because it's an ambient light projection technology. It's a little darker. It's much better. What can you show me to change my mind? And you can't with a gray screen. But black technology, yeah, we can walk in there easily. And if they said, well, I can put on a star fill demonstration, watch your screen turn gray. I can turn and change in different colors and watch your screen wash out. And I can pull images in environments that you can't even go into, fully lit environments, no ambient light control, and drop it at a projector at 720p. That would cost me $60. Yeah, that's a lot of convincing, ain't it? And how much money would this cost me at the end of the day? Well, ours is under $500. How much did you pay for your screen? About 5 G's. That's a massive freaking difference, isn't it? Projector costs us less. Screen costs us far less. We're in a fully lit environment that they can't even withstand in. We don't have to calibrate, none of that. We're ultra short though compatible, can go outside if we want. Yeah, that's why people buy our tech. That's why they buy our products. Because again, it's not a guessing game. It is what it is. But this right here, you make a great screen paint. Hey, can you get your battle someplace else? $60 for a can of paint, a quart of paint. This stuff can do the exact same thing at $14.98 a gallon. PPG. And also, too, the thing about this is for the customer who's not good at mixing things, there is no mixing involved. You just grab this stuff off the shelf, and that's it. These are non-mixers. These are already toned. Glidden. The network gray 235.1, which is, sorry, 235.1. The 230, the network gray 773, but the color scheme is 235. That's what it is, the color scheme for it. That color collection, that scheme by itself matches every screen paint right now in the market. Dirty. That's how dangerous a network gray 773 is. Let's look at it real quick. Now, this is just not to put, people make gray paints to put you on a lower pedestal. It's not to do that. It's to give you a wake-up call that customers are not going to buy from you. They're going to go into these places like this, and they're going to go in and they're going to buy this. That's what they're going to do. And for those of you thinking at the end of the day, well, you know, we can do the same thing with black technology. Let me explain something to you for a person who's been in the years. I got years of technology under my belt. You know how long it takes to engineer black technology? How long it takes? It takes a long time to do it. It ain't something you can do overnight. That means you would have to be able to match and beat every single one of my test demonstrations. You have any idea how many test demonstrations I uphold right now? I'm almost closely about around, hopefully, Christmas time, we should reach about 10,000 video demonstrations. Go back and look at a company under 4K, digital 4K crystal onyx. It's where we first started from a black technology. That was 8 years ago. That's how long it takes. Because that white level is a constant battle. It's constant battle. Develop a black screen, the black level, that's easy. Anybody can do that. You know what I mean? But it's the white levels that drives you crazy. And the white levels means you have to have a proper balance. It has to be a certain tone that pops up in order to get those colors to pop just right. And then you're going to have to do this on multiple, and I mean multiple projectors, because you have to see how each projector is going to react to how the screen paint is going to react, and also to the environment. How is the environment going to react compared to a well-lit environment or a commercial environment? All that plays out a part. The distance and how far the projector's back, how they react to ultra short throws, how do they work on low lumen projectors and high lumen projectors. All that stuff has to be played out. And then you're going to have tons and tons of black demonstrations versus black demonstrations and fabrics. And oh, see where I'm getting that here? There you go. So it's going to take you years. Because you're going to be comparing yourself to us. And our tests is what back our products up. It's going to take you a while. So let's go with that network gray. Sherwin-Williams network gray. This is another nightmare right here. And it's a wake-up call. It's not to try to shut anyone's business down. It's something that is going. This is your nightmare. Look at the tone on that. Look at the tone. Look how beautiful that tone is. See how soft that gray is? From that contrast level, what I can see on this right here, this is a network gray 773. Yep, this is the one we chose. That one can actually match. And easy, if you have a collection of gray paints, this can easily match about 4 or 5 year paints. Just like that, because it has a perfect tone to it. Look at this. I told you about the tone 235, right? I memorized all this stuff. That's 235. That's the color scheme for it. It matches anything up to dark gray. Our gunmetal technology, guess what? All that stuff has been tested. All our gunmetal screens have certified screen testing, which means we've tested our gunmetal technology over most majority of ones we could get our hands on, some of the ones we couldn't get our hands on, but majority of ones we had, our gunmetal technology is tested under other gunmetal screens. And also too, yeah, we did great paints and all that stuff. I had to do all those tests, everything had to be done. So we had to go through all that. Now, if the tones didn't exist, well, you really wouldn't have to do a gray versus gray. Honestly, you really wouldn't have to, because they don't exist. But because they do exist, they have to do gray versus gray. Because again, it's going to pop up. Customers are going to ask you, well, what's the difference in me paying you $60, or instead of me paying you $60, I can go get a gallon of this. What's the difference between your product? Can you do an online live stream? And the reason why you don't see a lot of online live streams of people doing this, because it'll match. That's why. Big companies out there who sell their products, we know you'll match. I had a few people's stuff over here that we didn't put on camera, but we did do the test. I'm not going to say names, but you matched. That network gray 773 is a beast. It is a beast. It's a really hard screen to conquer. But yeah, we've had some people's products over here. I'm not going to say who, some big companies, but you matched it. You did with no problem. And I had there was somebody in a site, and people are catching on. There was somebody in the site who bought, I'm not going to say the screen either. They bought a gray screen. It's a big company. I'm not going to say who. But they put it next side by side, some gray paint. And guess what? There's no difference. This is good. How much you want for this one right here? This is 1 gallon at how much? That's 1 gallon, right? 1 gallon? 1 gallon, 1 gallon. That's 1 gallon. So if I want to get this in flat, I want to get that in flat. And this is premium, gluten premium, which is pretty good. That's like 1 coat. You don't really have to worry about that. You get exterior. Don't get it exterior inside right there. Guess what that price tag cost me? That's 1 gallon. That's 1 gallon. Got it in flat. $21.98 for 1 gallon. That's why when I see people pop up and I see them saying, well, we got this gray screen, we paid for it. Yeah, you got ripped off, because guess what? You could have did that for $21. Easy, a gallon. Let's see if I want to upgrade. I want a quart instead. How much would a quart cost me? We do a quart, we do it in flat. Let's see what this will cost me for a quart. Ah, woo! Okay. We done here, people. We done. $9.98 a quart. This is what I mean by, at the end of the day, that people, you make gray screen paint products, your stuff is not tested, you're not backing it up. Yeah, you're gonna this is your nightmare right here. This will end your product quickly. That's $9.98. That's cheaper than the slip silver. And slip silver is pretty good too. We've had that quite a bit here. So that's what a quart would cost me. Let's see if I want to go with a tester. Let's go 8 ounces. 8 ounces. 8 ounces give you like a 50-inch screen. Easy. You should be to get 50 inches out of 8 ounces. No problem. Let's see. $5.98. Let's see if I want a big 5 gallons. What 5 gallons is this going to cost me? 5 gallons. 5 gallons. I want this in flat. I definitely want that in flat. Let's see. Interior, yes. $104. That's 5 gallons for $104. I've seen somebody charging $2 something. As a matter of fact, I saw somebody on eBay selling white paint, white screen paint for $200 something. I have no idea, people, how that even works at the end of the day. I'm gonna leave that one alone. That's just, I don't know why. But anyway, that's 5 gallons right there. So if you were to do 2 quarts of a product that costs $60, that's $120 you just spent. $240 if you get a gallon, which is 128 ounces. It's what you would actually purchase at 120 ounces. We're doing it by ounces, but we're doing it by a gallon. You're $240, and you could have walked up with a 5 gallon for $104. Now, if anyone sits there and says at the end of the day, well, you know, hey, my product is not that, well, then you show us. And keep in mind, black versus black tests are basically have to be done before the product is sold. It's very important that these tests are done before our product is ever sold. It's very important that all these tests are done before the product is sold. I had people get mad at me. We did an open mic one time, and boy, they came in ranting and carrying on, upset, screaming and carrying on, because they were mad because I was arming customers with information. They didn't like that. They want a customer who's numb in the brain, doesn't know much about projection. They can just mold your brain to anything they want at the end of the day and feed you all kinds of nonsense. $104. If they sit there and tell you, oh, our screen picks up better at white levels, well, actually, that was a lie. The network gray is actually much lighter. If you notice that when you painted the screen down, we're not going to mention who, but we painted the screen down, you would notice that the network gray was much lighter, so that would pick up the higher white level. His screen would pick up a tad better contrast because the screen was a little darker, but you really couldn't tell the difference at all. I'll tell you the truth, when that projector pops on, you can't see it. 5 gallons, that's it. And this would be for the PPG 100, okay, 101-5 Dover Gray flat interior. So let's just say we're gonna go for like the top, and let's go for the top. What they got here? The best, the diamond. They got the diamond, right? But I want this one. Let's get this right here. This must be the best. Let's get this right here. Let's get it at 1 quart. We definitely want it in flat. Let's see what this is gonna cost me at the end of the day. $17. $17.98. Because if you pay for a cheaper paint, what happens is you might have to do 2 coats, you might do 3 coats, depending on how weak the paint is. You know what I mean? It can be very watery, which means you have a lot of splatter. You're gonna have to deal with that. A very thick paint base at the end of the day is gonna have less splatter. You're gonna have better coverage. You know what I mean? It's gonna be a much better product. There's a difference between buying cheap red paint and buying, really good red paint. You want to say expensive, really good red paint, because you get a better color. Where you get another one that look like something like a washed out red. It's very undesirable. I'll tell you that much. Don't go it right. But anyway, yeah, $17.98. If we went for the expensive, let's go with that interior. I want that interior, but I want this right here. I want the essence. Okay, we'll make sure we get this right. That's 1 gallon, but we do 1 quart. Can we get that in 1 quart in that one? All right, we gotta take it 1 quart, but still at $9.09. That's cheap. Let's go with let's see. Oh, for those of you who come up with the theory about painting your screen silver, oh, knock yourself out with that one. Yeah, that's a big mistake. Painting your screen silver, worst mistake you can make in your entire life. Number one, silver generates more white light than a white screen. Believe it or not, I've done enough tests on silver screens, and it does at the end of the day. So your screen would, you have light splashing off your ceiling and off your walls and everything. So when I see people putting silver screens in dedicated theater rooms, man, you got so much light bouncing back at you, it's not even funny. Don't do that. And it washes out much faster. Let me see. Let's go with what else do they have in here? Okay. Diamond. Now, see, some people, they won't learn from this. They won't learn from it. They'll just keep on shuffling through. Okay, hit a landmine, explode, and man, it's your business at the end of the day. I got my wake-up call around, good God, how long ago was that we tested diamond technology? Can't think how far back it was. It was quite a bit, but I got my wake-up call when I tested black diamond against technology. Yeah, I was like, oh, shoot, this is what's coming up in the future? Are you kidding me? Oh, yeah, we had to do a total 360. There's no way in the world I was going to develop any more great paint after seeing that screen against ours. Yeah, big wake-up call, big wake-up call. You know what it's like when you're sitting there and you believe that you're really seeing contrast. Well, at that time, I was seeing a gray on the screen. That's what I was seeing. It was better contrast than what we had. But you're really seeing blues and greens, and you really believe you're seeing all this stuff. You know, you've been making this paint, you got it contracted, you made good money off of it, and you really believe you're really seeing all these colors and everything. Until you see a superior technology lay against your screen, and you go, wow, I don't even got blues, like nothing. And I went through my little room, my little tiny room where I was at. Why? You know, when I lived in that little room, I gotta say this real quick. I love it how when things I do change, like my lifestyle changes, and people go, oh, we can't make, are you kidding me? I lived in a little tiny Reddit room, small little tiny room. If you go back and check my digital ones, demonstrations, this is where I first started at. I slept on the floor. Right, that little tiny room, I slept on that floor. And I sat there covered in paint every day, testing, before you naysayers ever existed on YouTube, before you ever heard of. I was in that little tiny room, constantly testing, walking back and forth, whether I was sick, whatever, blah, 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 dropping off packages, jumping on forum sites, pushing my product. That's what I was doing. So before anyone sits there and says, oh, because he lays his head here and there, his product is different, you've got to be kidding me. I'm developing a technology that could basically, we're going to prove it, that will knock out the top certified screens just like that off the market. I can do it anywhere. I can be sitting in a trash dumpster. I can be sitting in a hole in the ground, and I still would have top technology because, again, we've got years of experience. We've been doing this for so long, it's not even funny. I can literally do this stuff in my sleep if I want. So, you know, if I tell you about great products, we've done this already because I've made great products. So it doesn't make a difference where I'm at. My product will always be the best because of the time, energy, and faith that I put in my product. And the rest of you guys want to cut corners and, you know, you want to skip around this, that, and the other one. This nightmare pops up on you. You're not even ready for it. You got one YouTuber, this wind of this, or decides he wants to make some clout for himself, he can wipe out an entire eBay listing in one hit. That's how dangerous the tones are. You get one person, I got no interest in it because I don't care. It's none of my business today. I'm just giving you a fair warning. You get one YouTuber that decides that he wants to make a name for himself. He could literally go on Amazon, or he can go, it could write Amazon list out too. He can walk on eBay and he could buy every single one of those screen paints and go take one of these great paints and match your stuff. You're out of business that fast. Do it against a black screen and see what happens. Do it against our black technology and see what happens. Because anyone that's ever tried to debunk us, we crushed them in the process. They don't even exist anymore when we get done with them. Yeah, because our stuff is back. We can back anything up. But like I said, all you need is just one YouTuber to go, you know what? I don't make a name for myself. I'm gonna go out here and this guy got this interesting point of view. I'm gonna just go in here and I'm just gonna buy a whole bunch of these grade paints on eBay and on Amazon. And I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna do a side-by-side demonstration to house paint and see how many of these bad boys will match. We did it already. We did it with Network Grade 773. And look what happened. There you go. And you have customers demanding more tests because a lot of customers are sitting up there with these products and they're going to feel like they're ripped off and they want to see more tests. Hello, something we've been telling you to do a long time ago. You got to do testing. It's very important. Let's see. Let's see. Let's go with Benjamin Moore Gray Paint. Look at this. It's endless. It's absolutely endless. Now, for us, this is fun. For everybody else, this is terrifying because you didn't do the homework. So for me to walk into any class to do an exam or a test, we're good. We can walk in there and break it down, get it done, and move on. But for the rest of you have not tested your products out and you've never tested your products out properly and you cut corners, you stuck your screen in ambient light controlled environments, use high-end projectors to enhance your colors and contrast levels, this is your nightmare waiting for you. And like I said, it just takes one YouTuber just to go in and go, you know what? I'm just going to make a channel and I'm going to go out and buy all these paints one by one, and feel free to buy mine if you want to. I got no problem with that. And you could go in there and you could basically do a demonstration where you can buy these products in. There you go. I bet you none of these guys would challenge you in court. None of them would challenge you in court. No one would say, oh, you know what? My product doesn't match that. I'm taking you to court. I'm going to paint this in a courtroom, and sure, at the end of the day, this doesn't. You can't do that because your stuff's not tested, and you don't even know the outcome of it all. But we do. I can walk into any courtroom I want, bring one of my black screens in there. I'll paint it right there in the courtroom against other black paints and show you a demonstration at 1,000 lumens with no problem. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This is a nightmare right here. Look at this color pattern right here. Look at these. Look at these. This is Etsy. Yeah, tell me about it. There is nowhere in the world I would. Yeah, these are all. This is all this stuff for the match. I would say this one, and this one. The lighter ones. Oh my goodness! That literally looks like a product we tested. That literally looks just like it. I'm not going to name the company or who we tested it against, but that literally would match them perfectly. These would be your dangers right here. This one, all this right here would be the danger zone right here. Sherman Williams, they got it on Etsy. How much we got over here? What they selling for here? Benjamin Moore. Benjamin Moore, what's this right here? This is Shadow Gray. What the heck is Shadow Gray? Gimme. Now, while you gray screen paint makers are out there terrified of this craziness, when our new technology launches, because all our other stuff is already tested already, so we're good. But when our new stuff comes out, I'm going to knock out the entire Home Depot listing. We're doing that on the TV projection screen technology. We're going to knock out the entire Home Depot black product line. It's going to be fun. Give me something to do. And I'll do that live for no problem. This is the new stuff we got coming out. Oh man, this stuff is going to be absolutely beautiful. The Alpha Cinemax is going to be the mother of all screen. It's our last, it's our final. I'm not making any more screen paints after this. This is done. 2024, it's going to be all projection screens. That's all I'm doing. But I'm not doing any more house paints. Sorry, house paints, screen paints. I can't show you this. You can't see it. Isn't it beautiful? It's gorgeous, isn't it? It's nothing. Wait till you see what's going to be inside of it. Yes. So what we're going to be testing against this, I want to go against the top certifies for this product right here. And a TV. Definitely got to do a TV with this. because it has elements and it has an element 77 embedded into it, so it's going to be pretty interesting. Look at you fighting your fish. Down there fighting your fish. Rah! Rah! All right, let me get back over here. He's so cute fighting his fish. Rah! He's got his fish. He's fighting it, so he's in his battle mode. Rah! Okay, whatever. So yeah, I'm actually in the process. We're going off topic for just a second. I'm in the process of actually getting a 3-car garage, which I'm converting into a spray station for our new screens coming out. Boop, boop, boop. The thing's going to be freaking sick. I can't wait till we start working with the new technology. Yes. Yeah, but getting back to you guys real quick. Great paint makers. Yeah, you're going to have to step up your game because this right here is the nightmare for you right here. And like I said, it's just going to take one YouTuber to just go in and start buying your stuff and basically putting you against house paints, and this is not going to go well for you. If you don't know the outcome of what's going to happen to your product, I would suggest you buy it yourself and see what the outcome is going to be. Wow. Now this is the shadow, a 1 gallon, measurable 1 gallon, the Premier Interior 1 gallon Shadow Gray at 2125. -40 comes in at $59. We'll say $50, and that is a gallon, not a quart, a gallon. Benjamin, what's this right here called? Sample pack. Bum, 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 bum. What if we can get an entire sample pack for like the entire thing? Because I don't know, you should find a quart of it. That's just too much money. I get them like $6 or $7 a sample. So that will allow me to knock out the entire, oh, that'd be nice bragging rights right there. That'd be some serious bragging rights. I'm not trying not to brag people, but can you imagine that? Knocking out all of Home Depot's black paints on one screen that's black itself? Do you have any idea how insane that would be? That TV technology we're working on, that thing is so freaking bright. Oh my goodness, I cannot wait for this. I cannot wait. I'm so excited, I can't wait for this. I'm gonna knock out all of Home Depot's, all of their freaking, and when I get down, I might knock all of them out. I might just go one chain after the next. That's some serious strong bragging rights. We need that because this screen is a very interesting screen. We only gonna make 20 of these. There's 20 of these screens being made in the entire world. That's it. I freaking love that. 20 in the entire world at $1,700 a pop. 106-inch wallpaper will come in a customized tube. And if anyone says, "Well, your screen, yeah, what can you should we have to make that a challenge?" Because that's not going to go well. No, that's not. I don't care about that. Who cares? It's for us only. This is for us only because I need a challenge. This technology is really good. So if you've seen that stuff on that TV technology, we don't have any certified screens to go against that screen. There's none to go against it. None to go against our stuff right now. But there's none to go against that technology, period. So we have to go against TVs. But I figure since we're doing black versus black, let's do something interesting. Let's just knock out the entire black product line of Home Depot. All right. I'm over here getting giddy as a schoolgirl. You know what makes me happy? Really giddy as a schoolgirl with a new dress? Finding one certified company that will give us a black certified screen. That's all I want. That's all I want for Christmas. I want one company just to come out with a black certified screen. Just one. So we can have a black certified screen to go against that others to our TV screen. All right, I'm getting off topic. I'm getting a little, because I'm getting excited right now. I'm really getting excited. I love to do tests at the end of the day. You know how I am. I love these tests. I cannot wait. Anyway, real quick, I'm gonna add this real quick. We were gonna make two versions of the Alpha Cinemax, but I'm deciding that we're just gonna make it front projection only. The reason why we're only gonna do it that way because I want to do pre-coded. We're gonna do a pre-coded version a front and rear, and this is going to be an Alpha Cinemax. It's going to be used for gaming, special effects. You know, it has projector mapping capabilities, visual effects, so that would be perfect for that. And these are going to be screens that are going to be already coated. So we're going to do that spray job for you ourselves on these customized screens, and we're just going to have the front projection right there. Booyah. All right, well, I don't want to go too long into this video because we're running out of time here, but it's just a bit of a wake-up call for people who make these products that, yeah, you definitely want to get these tests done, because the last thing you want is for a YouTuber to pop up and say, hey, you know, let me get a little fame, let me go in and take a couple of these products right here and let me go in and see how many of these will match a house paint. You don't want that, trust me. The network grade 773 would be your worst nightmare out of all of them. That would be the worst, because it can match multiple screens. It doesn't make a difference if the screen is darker or lighter, it can match your screen. And it's very cheap. The Amazon Slip Silver is cheap also too. It's very cheap too. It's another very dangerous product. Let me see. Lowe's gray paint. See? There's a, what's this one right here? All right, right there. Look. Got 5 gallons. Now Lowe's is more expensive than Home Depot, really. Oh, this is 5 gallons. This is 5 gallons for $123. So 5 gallons at 123, you know a gallon's gonna be much cheaper than this. Look at even Ace. You can get gray paint at Ace. So yeah, that pretty much sums it up. You know, but some people want to get mad at me at the end of the day about this. I'm like, oh, you're just, no. It is the truth. You don't have to worry about me wiping at the end of the day. I could do it if I wanted to. I can just, I mean, we got dedicated black Cinemax. I can go on eBay right now and I can buy all your stuff right now, and I can go out there and do a demonstration inside or out, and we will overpower all your stuff. But that's not my business. I don't care at the end of the day. Go make your money, be happy. I'm just warning you, because this is going to be your nightmare. Because what's going to happen is customers are going to be looking at your stuff, and everybody's been to Home Depot and Lowe's, going to look at these products and go, gee, I wonder if I could do the same thing. Instead of just buying it, just go out and just purchase it. Because again, this is much easier. They don't have to mix black, and they don't have to worry about putting a certain amount of silver into it, or none of that, or glitter, or whatever they put into it. They don't have to do any of that. They just pull this stuff off the shelf and boom, it just matches your stuff that fast, that quick. Now, I'm not going to go to the blacklist, but you're more than welcome to go to the blacklist on the Crystal Edge Technology screens, and you would check out why. This is a very important test to do, and make sure your stuff doesn't match any house paint, because you could end up in the same individual that fellow ended up in, where his products ended up matching these household products. And at $10, mind you, at $10 a quart, actually $9.98, somewhere between $10 a quart, yeah, it would crush your business. How would you ship out a product that costs $10? I mean, the padded packages. Get one of these. This is $8. This is $8, I think, and 49 cents to ship out. And then you still have to buy product to make product. So this alone, your shipping cost alone would kill you. So there's no way in the world possible you would ever be able to exist. Okay, that's basically it for me. I'm chilling for the rest of the day. I'm gonna play this new game I got today and get ready to start. I've got equipment coming here tomorrow to start working on a few things, and I got to be out and about to go look at these. I got three huge places I'm going to be working at pretty soon. That I'm going to be setting up shop there, so I can have my screens just sprayed in and have them designed, and I got to do interviews for workers. Okay. Hope you enjoyed the video demonstration. As I said before you buy my products, make sure you go out and you do the research on us first. Black versus black demonstrations. Oh, we got more tests to do. We won't be on here. I forgot. The new technology we have there, the test will be on here, but for the TV screens won't be on here. We're actually building another website. These are our test demonstrations. And if that's not enough for you, you can go over to my YouTube channel. We got a little search area in there, and you can look that up too. I love it when I get these all the time. I get this from time to time. I get people that are coming and go. Well, the reason why your screens produce so much brightness is because you're using a 4,000 lumen projector. Have you seen my collection of projectors? Like racks and racks of projectors and tons of unboxings on projectors. I don't buy brand new machines. I buy old, outdated machines. But you can always pop over to my channel and you can type in, this is a 1,000 lumen projector. We have a Sony VLP, and that is a Sony VPL, yeah, CS4 projector. Now, that projector right there is a 1,000 lumen projector. We call it Old Faithful. That's her name. We use her in a ton of demonstrations. She's even been used outside quite a few times. So when I get those individuals that will pop onto my channel and go, well, the reason why, because you're using a 4,000, you don't know how many projectors I own at the end of the day. Well, I own quite a lot, but I'm going to show you. So if you hit that here, this is what's going to pop up. You see that? Those are all the demonstrations we've done at 1,000 lumens. We even have a video called the Sunbather. You ever seen that one? That's a bit psychotic right there. That's a crazy demonstration. It's got a challenge attached to it. So basically, to show exactly how powerful the gain is on our technology, I built a ledge outside my window. Why do you not? I'll show you the video. Built a ledge outside my window, and I stuck this projector on that ledge. When the sun came down, it was wrapped around this projector, which means any lumens that would have came out of this machine were literally eaten alive, because it has to push through sunlight first, go through 2 panes of glass, travel 13 feet, and filter through 1,000 watt light and hit my screen and generate. I did that at 1,000 lumens. If you look up outside, 1,000 lumens, 13 feet back, we pop up. We've done those demonstrations. As a matter of fact, it was one of our codes for any of our labels and any of our products, any of our screen paints had to pass that test before they can even get the label. Here's one right here. So that projector was sitting back 1,000 feet. Sorry, not 1,000 feet. It was sitting back about 12 feet from the screen, 1,000 lumens, right there. So when I get there and I get people go, oh, you don't, yeah, we've done that. We've done 1,000 lumens. Me walking through the house, you meet all the projectors fired up, fully lit environment. All my picture screens are fired up, 704. One of the very important tests you have to do. That's why people, we had a challenge. Matter of fact, I pulled my challenges. My challenges are insane too. One of the challenges is to swap out a projector for 1 year. Had to be 600 by 800, 720p SVGA projector only. We're the only ones that did it. Of course. Of course. Of course. Phoenix 19. So you can go to my channel, you can dig that right up. Lights out, you know any lights out demonstrations I have? You ever met Mr. Movie Man? There's a demonstration I did with Mr. Movie Man. This is we had a projection screen, it was jet black with our technology, and we had the gray and white walls side by side, and we would move it up and down and show you how much light was hitting Mr. Movie Man in the face. It was a mannequin head. Show you how much light was splashing you in the face. 1,000 lit diamond, sorry, 1,000 lit demonstration. There you go, right there, look at that. I've done that already before. Too many times to count. It's one of the tester screens have to go through. So when I get people coming to the channel who haven't properly educated themselves on my work, and they'll say, well, you want to use 4,000 projectors, I send you all this information. Let's go to over here where it says back here. Let's go to on-site. On-site. Any video marked on-site. That means it's anywhere I was at that I wasn't home. Which means when we get people who say, well, he's got to be using special camera. No. If that means, if that was the case, that means everybody on site would have said they saw a dark screen they wouldn't have picked up. Unless I got magic. You think I got magic? If I got magic at the end of the day and I got superpowers, I don't think I should be here, right? I should be somewhere flying around with the cape on, you know, doing some cool stuff. I think that should be it, right? Yeah, that's our white levels all off-site. Because, you know, if I got that ability to manipulate the mind, like, oh, man, I need to have a cape right now. I'm doing something wrong. I'm in the wrong business. Definitely in the wrong business. Let me see. Ultra short throw? Let me see. No. Set up right here. Wait a minute. There we go. This is the NEC projectors. All NECs that we've had. We have quite a few NECs besides the one we had. I had quite a few of these. This one I paid $80 for this projector. I'm gonna get me another one of these too. This is actually a pretty good projector too. These are cheap. These are really cheap and really easy to get. Notice the condensed lighting is hitting the screen. Yep. I paid $129 for that projector. Yep. I wonder if I got the Panasonic on here. Hold on for a minute. Pretty sure I got it on here. Panasonic. Or it would butcher, wouldn't it? Panasonic.
According to Wikipedia, Panasonic Holdings Corporation is a Japanese multinational electronics company headquartered in Kadoma, Osaka.
Oh. This right here, NEC $60 projector at 120 inches. Fully lit environment. But let's check out that Panasonic. I had a Panasonic too. Man, I should have never gave that projector up. It was 1,500 lumens. It was good. I got that thing for like super cheap. Yeah, we had this when people were sitting up there spending all this money for those Valvo projectors. I got it because I got a 150-inch screen. You can't get a 150-inch screen out of that projector. It's virtually impossible. You don't got enough pixels to compress to keep the image clear. And people didn't realize that. Like, yeah, it was something else. Interesting. You got pixel shifting, compressing technology. If you max out 150 inches, where are you getting the extra pixels to compress the screen? No one saw that one coming. You have to have it at 100, 120, even 135 is pushing it, but there's enough pixels to compress. And you still don't have 4K. Oh, let me see. I want the Panasonic. I'm gonna see if I can get me another one of those Panasonics. That was 15. Nah, leave me alone. Wrong one. I don't want that. Look over here. Panasonic. What's the name of that projector? Let me see if we can. Shouldn't this be under my channel? It should be under my channel. Oh, if I'm digging up from there. I'll put down 1,500 lumens. That's 1,500 lumens, that projector. Pretty sure it was. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure it was. Oh, I wonder if I can find my Monster Chrissy. Yeah, that's when I found out the difference between venue and commercial. And two different areas right there. You'll find out. If you get a commercial, you will definitely find out if you got one. They look just like the venues. They really do. They look exactly like the venues. I don't think it was 15 or 1600. I'm trying to remember what that projector was. But yeah, let me track that one down. Nah, I'm going to have to figure exactly what the model name it was before. But, quote my Chrissy's. I wonder if I can find the Optimus Prime Chrissy. It was the Chrissy LXXVII. No, it wasn't the LX700. That was 6500. It wasn't that one. That's what I'm repairing right now. Let's see. Chrissy. I know we're off topic here. I'm looking at stuff. Something crazy. Chrissy projectors. Wow. She made about. Or you made about some taco. Boom. These are my Chrissy's. You know, I found out about Chrissy's. There was a customer a long time ago who was telling me about this projector called Chrissy. I never even heard of it before. So he was telling me that he had this Chrissy projector he paid for. And he took this projector down to get fixed. They stole this projector. Like, they literally stole it. And the reason why, depending on what model of Chrissy you have, the parts in those Chrissy's are very expensive. This is why sometimes when you get Chrissy projectors, you'll notice that the lenses will be missing because the lenses are worth a lot of money. There's two different versions of the Chrissy projectors. I was trying to show people lamp replacements, but also there's two versions of the Chrissy projectors. If you look at the LW400 and the LX is actually a 720p 600 by 800 res, but the LW I think is like 768 by something. But anyway, there's a difference between those two. One has a bridge and one doesn't have a bridge. If you find one without the bridge, then I would suggest you buy it as fast as you can because somebody else seeing it will pick it up. What was this one right here? Chrissy. Oh, that's when I got my big boys. Where's the big one at? Is this it? Is this the professional one, the big one? Ah, there it is. You see the size of that thing? Yeah, that's a commercial projector. Doesn't look like it, do it? Because if you look at the Chrissy projectors I'm used to having, they're around that size. They're big. The LX700 is a big projector, really big projector. This one has a massive lens on it because the lens is actually a short throw, not short throw. No, yes, a short throw lens. What are you doing behind me, man? Chill. It's a short throw. It's a lens. Right. Short throw lens, not ultra short throw. Ultra short throw, that means the lens would be coming out and be coming this way. But this right here is a commercial. That's why I said, when you buy one of these projectors, make sure you ask the guy, am I buying a commercial projector? Because if you don't, this has a different kind of voltage, which means it will basically brown out your main fuse box. And if you do get one of these hooked up, you can't run this in your home. You have to have a special outlet for it. And that means I would suggest if you're going to get a special outlet to make sure you got a separate breaker box on it. So if it trips, it doesn't knock out everything in the house. Did I plug this thing up in here? Let me see, I think I did. Yeah, there's one here, I plugged it in. And it made all the lights dim. And that's why I went out and got the EcoFlow system. I wonder, let me see. But I did get a chance to use it because I got the EcoFlow battery pack system. I was running it independently off that. Yeah, this was the, darn it, Kenny. When I got a chance to look at that model number again. Oh, it's right there written at the top. Duh. It's a Chrissy LW650 6500 lumen projector. I got this thing for under 500 bucks. That thing was freaking incredible. That's why I said for people, before you go out there and say, you make these products in day, before you say that your stuff is venue tested, yeah, you need to have projectors like this in your arsenal to show that your stuff is actually venue tested. Because what happens is when a venue projector hits a gray and white screen, it washes out automatically. You want to look at my intro that comes on with the church who talks about, they got a 7,000 lumen venue projector, is way bigger than the one I had in here. It washed out the screen. because you're adding additional light. Mind you, this is when you work with gray and white screens, this is a screen you literally have to dim the environment with because the screen washes out. So what happens when you add an additional 6,500 watts of light to your screen's going to wash out. There's the 235.1 set up in there. That's why they don't work. And the reason why venue projectors have massive amount of lumens on them is because you have to consider the fact that these are sacrifice lumens. You don't start off with 65 and end with 65. You're going to lose light as your projector starts to travel, depending on how far the distance is, how many lumens they think they're going to need for the environment, especially if they're using a white screen or gray screen. So say you're back 30 feet and you got a bunch of windows and you got a commercial lighting, then they have to go to a projector with a high amount of lumens because they know when this projector turns on, the lumen count is going to start to drop rapidly by the time it makes to the screen. Say the screen only requires a minimum of 2,000 lumens to generate to show an image. Then they have to make sure that whatever they're traveling from A to B, they have enough lumens to sacrifice, and they need a minimum of 3,000 lumens to hit that screen, or 2,000, in order to be to pull an image right back at them. It might not be the best image, it might not be beautiful, but at least something comes up. That's what all that's all about. So when someone tells you it works with venues, they have to tell you why and how it works with the venue projector. Not saying it works with venue. Yeah, that's the other one. This is the one I have right here. This is a Chrissy LW700. This one came in a Roadhouse case, suitcase. Thing was huge. Yeah. I wonder if I can find it under... Well, it should be in that one already. So that's the Christie. That's what that projector was. I can't figure out what that projector was called. Oh, let's see if I can find. Yeah, see right there? I had to plug it through an EcoFlow battery system because that thing literally drew all the power like that, whoop, and the lights came back on. Yeah, it was overloading the box downstairs. So I had to get an EcoFlow system in order to run it off because I only would get like 2 hours out of it. Average movies like 30, you know what I mean? Not 30 hours, but you know what I'm talking about. But that's all I could get out of it. Unless I bought a bigger battery pack, but that's what I was running it off of. And this is the image that I was pulling off of it in a fully lit environment. That's a nice projector too. This is, let me see, right here. Yeah, here in the front room. Yeah, this is where I got the projector, bought it from here. Now, you see all those projectors in that demonstration? That was only half of the projectors that I own. I had stacks of them in the basement. So if you're going to be testing out screen paints, guess what? You're going to need all these machines to do it. There's so many tests you're going to be doing, it's not even funny. If your notifications ain't popping off at 5 and 10 videos at a time, that means you're not doing your work. When someone sits there and says, well, he's showing up fine. Yeah, because you know why? Because we have literally so much information that I'm throwing videos out there so people can see. But it's not for the looks. It's not for the likes. And I do thank you for all that at the end of the day. But it's basically, these are required tests. If your subscribers are not seeing like massive notifications popping up on these videos that are popping like crazy, you're not testing your stuff. Y'all don't have enough videos in your count to have screen paint, to be selling screen paint products. You don't have enough tests. I had to take the time to buy all these machines for testing because it was required. Look at the countless unboxings. I got tons of unboxings on here. I didn't go out and buy the most expensive projector. I bought machines that everybody could afford at the end of the day. Look, this is the Roadhouse case that one of the projectors came in. It was a suitcase. So if I ever get a company that comes and says, hey, what's your experience, with venue projectors, we got everything from Roadhouse cases to you name it was there, and we tested it already. I still have this projector too. I'm doing a lamp repair on it. I want to do the Sunbather before I get out of here real quick, because I got this game I can't wait to play. Everybody said got good reviews on it. It's kind of like a Sonic kind of game. Kind of like it. I want to check it out. Let's see if we can go with the come up under this thing. It should come up under the but then no, it has a name attached to it. That's why. Let me see. Projector Sunbather. Projector Sunbather. Now, the reason why I'm showing all these demonstrations, because again, for people who have these great products, you see all the testing they have to go through, you got to do the same thing too. If it's not for you and you don't want to do all that testing and you want to cut corners, then get out of the business. Okay, if you think that's why it's coming down to this. This is why you're faced with those nightmare paints, those Home Depot paints, those Benjamin Moore paints, because you haven't tested your products. That's why. And you got one YouTuber. That's all it takes to go in and start testing your stuff for you. Let me see. 1,000. Wait, don't we have this on a crazy test? What page? I don't even know what page we may have that one on. Let's see, BPL. 1,000 lumens. We'll have to dig through this. Let me see what we got going on here. Oh, for testing. Should have one under, no, that'd be under demonstrations. That definitely would be under demos. Because it'd be under the crazy list. Crazy list is weird and crazy demonstrations. We've done like really crazy stuff, like projecting images underwater, stuff like that. 3D mapping applications, floor, ceiling, all that stuff, glass, da-da-da-da-da. 1,000 lumens here, 1,000 demonstrations, 35 millimeter, sorry, 35 millimeter, 235.1 outside demonstrations. Let me see, floor projection demonstrations, and all projector mapping demonstrations. Giant massive grid. Let's see, gray screens versus our products, 1,000 projectors, and white screens, black versus black demonstrations, paint on whatever you want demonstrations, motorized projection screens. Whew. Man, let me see. Customer demonstrations, live demonstrations. Are these insane demonstrations? Oh, no, no, no. 1000 lumens versus 720p. All right, there we go. Yeah, this is 4K versus 1080p. Ultra short throw, ambient light rejection demonstrations. More black versus black tests. Let's see. Fast and paint on demonstrations with walls, bed sheets. You name it, we painted over it. What do we got right here going on? Ah, this is actually invisible technology. See what you missed. The splatter screens. These are the splatter screens. Insane demonstrations. Boom, I told you in here somewhere. These are the insanes. Wallpapers, TVs. Hey, where's the sunbather? It's gotta be in there. This is our product matching the TV. This is direct sunlight hit. This is actually a demonstration with the panel screens. We made these a long time ago. Never did anything with it. And also to projecting underwater. There's dedicated theater rooms right there. Projector mapping applications. Oh, shimmy the crickets. My God, why did I remove that one? That is one demonstration. That's a very good one. All right, when I make this demonstration that long, I'll dig it up, post a link at the bottom. You can check it out. I should have been under the insane demonstrations. Massive grid. Yeah, see, there's tons. Oh, and by the way, so, you know, it's out there too. You notice picture slideshows are popping up all over the place that we have. They're all over. We have them on every site we're at. Right now, we just did a site we were doing right now showing all our test demonstrations on versus grade paint. So we actually built an entire blog. We're building on that, all our demonstrations. All our pictures belong to us. Now you can go and hit that back Google button. It'll lead to every video. I got a video backing up any pictures that I display because that's where the pictures came from. After I shoot a video, I take pictures of the screenshots and we load those up. So if anyone wants to sit there and say, well, they're not their pictures, oh, they're my pictures at the end of the day, they belong to me. We don't need to take anything from Google, please. I don't take from Google. What would we use from Google, honestly? No, this is all us. Because someone was like, are those from Google? Yeah, okay. No, this is our stuff. So we didn't have it there. Do we have it under test? Oh, the mountains of tests. Oh man, I don't feel like going through all the there are days. I just really don't feel like going through all our stuff. All right, I'm gonna find the video and I'm basically gonna post it because that sunbather should be on there. It should be under the crazy demonstrations. It should be underneath there. It's supposed to be sunbather projection screen. Sunbather projection screen. Didn't I see somebody who said they had a screen that was called Sunbather? Oh yeah, this guy right here. I forgot he had a screen named Sunbather, but it's not actually in direct sunlight, so I don't know how that would be considered to be a Sunbather screen. How would it be possible if the screen is not in direct sunlight? All right, somebody basically spelled that incorrectly. I have never heard of a Hort throw projector. Wholesale ambient light rejection Hort throw projector. You figure it out, people. You figure it out. Hort throw. I was like, what kind of screen is that? Never heard of a Hort throw. A Hort throw. Right, dude, you got a spelling error there. Everybody gets them. All right. I bet you right behind my chair and get run over by the chair again. Joker. Let me see. Sunbather. Sunbather instructions. Let's do that the other day. All right, let me see. Sunbather. Boom, found it. I knew it was in there somewhere. Shoot, we did this demonstration already. Yeah, I bet you back there saying, look at him. He just lied on camera. He made a statement he can't back up. Bam! I always back it up. I'm not going to make statements I can't back up at the end of the day. I mean, come on. I've seen that too much happen to other people. I'm not going down that road. You crazy? So anyway, look at this right here. See right here? I actually built a ledge outside the window for the sunlight to cascade onto the projector because I thought that'd be fun. See, we do this stuff for fun. Other people, they won't do this stuff because it terrifies the crap out of them. But for us, I love doing this kind of stuff because it's exciting. I'm on live. I don't know what the freak is going to happen. I got 1,000 projector. I'm sticking it outside on a ledge in sunlight. What if the sun eats up the 1,000 lumens and it never makes it to the screen? Then what? What happens then? So all this is being done without me even knowing what is going to happen. And that's the excitement part about it. That's the part that scares you people who make screen paints at the end of the day. That's the terrifying part for you guys is trying to figure out if this crap is going to, well, not crap, I'm going to say it's crap. If your product is not going to fail, I apologize about that one. If your product is going to fail on camera, can you handle it? I can do this because I get excited over this. So this is a challenge for me. So yeah, speed it up a little bit because it's a long video. Put this in together, built the ledge, as you can see, with the drill. Bum, 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 bum. There we go, putting the ledge outside the window. Dropping more screws in. Dropping more screws in. See the sun starting to cascade in right there. It's creeping in. All right, there we go. Now we got the ledge already built. There we go. There is the projection screen right there. We're hitting right there. All right, see I'm adjusting the projector so the projector can hit the screen from outside the window. So make a couple more adjustments. There's the projector right there, Old Faithful, 1,000 lumens. Now for those of you who make those comments on my channel and say, oh, but it's using 4,000, 5,000 lumen projectors. Yeah, this is for you. And doing some more justifications. I put some Velcro out there so my projector don't slide off and get smashed in the alleyway somewhere below me, my driveway. Now see if we adjust this again. Now just for fun, guess what we do? We stick a 1,000-watt light right in the middle. So we got the projector sitting right there. There's a sunbather right there. See all that sunlight hitting around my projector? That means when that thing fires off, it has to go through sunlight, which means that 1,000 lumens ain't much. Ain't much at all. So it has to fire at 1,000 lumens in that sunlight. Transfer through the screen, right through here, not the screen, right, the window. Come through, boom, hit the 1,000-watt light. It got a filter to 1,000 lights up on the ceiling, 1,000-watt light, and then hit the screen and produce a white level. Do you have any idea how insane that is? That's a black screen has generated enough white light to produce a white level. Even though the projector is not sitting in some dark in the background, like most people got the projectors all creeping in the dark, or they got the virus. No, this thing is sitting in sunlight outside of the room. Yeah, there you go. I can use that demonstration alone to back our products up alone by itself. Show me one demonstration. Show me one demonstration right now. Anywhere that just did that demonstration just now. This is what I mean by when we do demonstrations, we are so far outside the box, it's not even funny. And now the new technology we got, the FLE, that stuff is designed to filter sunlight. That stuff can eat sunlight. Yes. Yes. Cannot wait. I'm sorry, people. That's the excitement in me right there. That's the excitement. I'm going to tell you something right now. When the new technology launches, the new TV technology we have come out, if I even get word that one gray screen paint decides that they want to talk smack about that screen, I will take you out in the sunlight and watch you disappear because that screen can generate in sunlight. We get done engineering, that thing will be able to filter and eat sunlight. I will stick your screen next to a window and watch it go right out. One by one. I'll wipe the entire listing clean. I'll do it myself. See, because I want this technology. I'm not going to start anything unless it gets started on our end. That's when I'm going to leave it be. Somebody else decides to go down the room, great paint, that's them at the end of the day. But for me, if you challenge my technology, you're not going to last long. Your business will go under. You will not be the back. Your products up next to that tech, you will go under. Look at that. Look at the white levels. Look at the white levels. I'm like, what you call that? Look at the white boots. Look at the white levels. You're not seeing it? 1,000 lumens. That projector's nowhere near 1,000 lumens when it hit that screen. It's way less than that. I gotta make sure I get this video copied because I want to make a put this onto the site. This is one of the more impressive demonstrations. I love this one. Oh, this is why I turned the room into a Japanese tea room. I forgot about that. I did the entire interior decorating for this. Look at this. That's my own custom red too. I actually made that red. Because the red they gave me was like fire engine red. I needed like a subtle red. Wait, this is the part that killed me the most, and I would never understand this to this day. When he was in business, he's sitting in his little dark room with a 100-inch screen on a 3,000 or 4,000, what that projector was at the time, and bragging about his product. And I'm sitting in a bay of windows at 126-inch on a $60 projector. Yeah, this is why I'm definitely in the wrong field. This is why we don't consider, at the end of the day, and I'm not trying to say wrong about great paints and things, we don't consider y'all to be on a level. You don't produce our videos. You don't do our tests. Nothing at all, period. But yeah, that demonstration right there, man, with the freaking down. Also, I gotta post this. I gotta put this on and repost this outside. Sorry about the people. Adrenaline level goes to the roof. That TV technology is going to be a beast. I cannot wait to relaunch it. I'm getting we're getting one. Of course, I'm going to make this stuff. I'm getting me 3 for myself. But anyway, it won't be 3 out of the 20. It'll be 3 to those. Those are mine that I want for myself. Now I have a few people that are getting them for free. But anyway, other than that, yeah, that screen right there alone, man. I wish a gray screen paint would pop up. Even a black screen paint, I wish it would pop up and you try to say something about that product. Yeah, you'll cancel out. I'll make you cancel. You'll put my money right back in my account. That's exactly what you'll do. I don't even know why I even bother talking about these products because, again, in the end, they gave me back my money. Look at this right here. Let me show you something real quick. Those are our labels for the Phoenix. Phoenix is an old screen paint. Every last one of those labels has testing underneath of them. Every single one. If I go to my marketplace and I show you under how many products, the Crystal Edge site has the most demonstrations and they have the most products we've ever developed. They're way higher. We develop way more technology on the Crystal Edge. For every screen paint, when I scroll through and I show you all the screen paints we developed, every single one of those have tests. That's why we have about 9,000 something videos on our channel. Every time I talk to a customer and I tell them, how'd you find us? You guys are the first ones that pop up. You know why? Because we've done just about everything you could possibly think of. You type in bed sheets, we pop up. We're the only ones that painted over bed sheets and show high results of doing it. Freezing screens and blocks of ice, did that one too already. Massive giant 250-inch screens, that's a very important test. You know, you have to do those right there. Because if you're dealing with a company who's used to seeing the screens on a massive level, they want to see how your screen's going to work out. If it's going to be the display, you're still going to be to see color, you're going to still be to see contrast, is the screen going to wash out? They need to see all this. If you're just doing 100-inch screens, 120-inch screens, even 150-inch, you still have to go bigger than that because they need to see what it's going to look like on a massive scale. That's why we did the 250 in the backyard. Because a whole lot can go wrong between generating a screen at 250 inches, a lot can go wrong. That's a lot of light making contact with a screen. There's nowhere for a screen that size to hide from. So you definitely are going to have to do those demonstrations. That's why any area that I've been blessed to lay my head, I utilize the daylights out of that area to get as much as I possibly can to have that so we can use that. I could have sat there in that place I lived at over in Haventown and just cut corners all day long. I had a massive backyard. I'm not a big backyard. I had a big backyard back there, and I used it. But if you're afraid to do these tests, and guess what? Opportunity missed. So say if I had all that land back then, I was doing all that work, and I only stuck to 120-inch screens. And I had all that room back there to play in. And I moved from there. Opportunity missed. Gotta take advantage of every opportunity. Any place you get a chance to lay your head at, you gotta take advantage of that opportunity. When I sat there laying on my sister's floor, I took advantage of that opportunity. That's an opportunity that I'm living with someone. They didn't even charge me anything. They offer money. They didn't want to take the money. So I'm living here. I got an opportunity to be here, save money, and take this extra money and build my paperwork. And that's what I did. It cost me a lot of money to get that paperwork done. Pay for them lawyers to get that work done. But that's what I did. I utilized my time when I was there. See, that's what I mean. You got to utilize what you got so you can keep on moving to the next level. Now, discovering something about these garages, I wish I'd have known this a long time ago, that in a garage can be used for industrial work. Yeah, cheap these things are to rent out. Yeah. So I wish I'd have had this idea when I was at the house, because that'd have been nice, because I wouldn't have to work at the house. I could have went to a garage and did all the work right there. It's well ventilated, big, huge, massive doors. I can move hardware and equipment in and out of. Perfect idea to work. I can even run internet through the bad boy if I want to. Fantastic. Wish I had this idea. I'm thinking about coming out and spending thousands of dollars for showrooms and warehouse space. Could have just got a 3-car garage and been done with it at $500 a month. That's it, with electricity. There you go. How much money would it cost me if I got a warehouse and I paid for electricity too on top of that? Oh, yeah. Yeah. There you go. Should have did this a long time ago. You know what's interesting too about this whole factor? You know how Black Diamond got started, right? He spent 11 years in a garage. Did you know that? I did the research on this guy because I was so fascinated by his technology that he spent 11 years of dedication in a garage developing that technology. So for those people who want to sit there and knock people at the end of the day, tell them, oh, you're this, you're that, you don't know jack at the end of the day. The Wright brothers built an airplane in a barn. It's not where you're at. It's what you have when it comes at the end of the day. Bam, bam, bam. Out of every freaking environment that I walked out of, something great's always come from it. Yep, and guess what we got coming out of this environment? Bam! Yes, yes. All right, people, I'm done here. I love chatty catty and all that good stuff. I want to watch some TV. I got this new game I want to play, as I said before. Hope you enjoyed the demonstration. I showed some demonstrations on the concrete wall. I told you when coat the wall all black. This is all black technology behind you. This is going to be used for projector mapping because I want to be able to sit here with an ultra short though setup, and I want to be able to have displays going on behind the back of my screen. That's the whole thing I want to be set up for my massive office desk I'm going to be building over here. Where I'm going to have I'm actually building my own desk, and it's pretty cool. So I'm going to have a screen with a projector at the bottom, so I can do some retropie right through the desk. I'm having all my computers and everything all wireless. I'm doing everything all wireless over here, and I want the entire wall, which I already coated in black technology, so that way when I fire up my projector, I can projector map the background. You know how cool that is to be working on your computer and you're watching all these designs go off on the back of your wall? Oh, tell me it's not gonna be sick. And with projector mapping, I can just basically just paint out where I want my designs at. I think I'm gonna do kind of a Japanese anime design running behind the back of my my gaming set. This is gonna be my whole setup in here. Ain't that right, Taco? Taco's getting his own gamer desk. You want a gamer desk? We'll build one. All right, people, gotta go. Thank you all for your time, and God bless. Oh, wait. I forgot to say real quick. We thank our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for always blessing us with amazing technology. I can't wait for 2024 because what's coming up when God is blessing us to have, it's gonna be absolutely incredible. And again, as I said, at the end of the day, we try to make it so our products are affordable for everyone. and we will continue to make the best technology. And at the end of the day, it doesn't make a difference where I lay my head at. My technology will always be blessed, because where does it come from? It comes from our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. That's where it comes from. At the end of the day, people, I try not to do the bragging. I really do. It's a bad habit of mine. I do it, okay? I do get a little hyped up sometimes on camera. But, you know what I mean? I do love what I do at the end of the day. I love my job. No matter where I'm at the end of the day, I love my job. But it tells you at the end of the day that our products and everything we have is protected by Jesus. Because my company's Christian based, what I do, you know what I mean? I have to answer to anything I do. At the end of the day, I have to answer to God for everything that I do. But those people who stand against me, this is what happens at the end of the day. You will crumble and fall. You will not stand tall. You will not be able to take me down at the end of the day. You yourself, when people sit to themselves and try to take away what I have, they end up losing themselves. And you've seen the results of this. And, you know, it's a shame it had to go down this road, but, you know, it happened. You know, somebody had to lose their business and everything fell apart for them because, again, you know what I mean? When you're basically ongoing attacking a Christian, you know what I mean? You're trying to make this person look bad. And, you know, my blessings come from God. Guess who's going to have my back? God's going to have my back. All right. Got to go. Thank you all, and God bless.